Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
You're crazy!
Is her daughter
I have a problem with the thug guys that she likes.
involved with a convict?
You think she's going to wake up and go, Mom's right, I'm an idiot.
No, I'm not calling her an idiot.
No, you aren't. I wrote it down.
Plus, police say her ex was the last person to see this pregnant woman alive.
He tried to take my life. He never once denied that he killed Bethany.
Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things. Stand by, Dr. Phil. I'll try to be an emotional compass and point you in the right direction. In 5, 4. I am not giving up on you. Go, Dr. Phil. How you doing? Hey, guys. Growing up, most girls dream of one day falling in love and meeting their Prince Charming, just like a fairy tale. My guest today says it's what she's always wanted for her daughter. She's never once dreamed her sweet young daughter would grow up one day and fall in love with a man in jail. Her mother worries her daughter is facing a dangerous, unhappily ever after.
Do you give your phone number out to anybody that you would meet?
Who if I gave my phone number
I don't know. You still talk to all these different guys, accepting friend requests from people that you don't even know.
You assume it's guys. You don't know. And it's pissing me off.
My daughter, Jade, is putting herself out for danger to be raped. You can see a thong.
Yeah.
Jade dresses provocatively. My daughter wears her makeup like a drag queen.
I never freaking pleased you. You need to freaking let me go.
You broke the trust. When Jade was around 14, I took her phone because I'll take it periodically. It's my phone. I pay for it. And I saw that she was sending naked pictures to a boy. I smashed that phone.
My mom's been crazy since I was 13 years old.
You act like a psychopath and everyone sees it.
Nobody's gonna hurt my daughter.
She treats me like I'm 2.
Jade's phone gets turned off at 11 p.m. and gets turned back on at 7 a.m. and it's on restriction between 4:30 and 6:30. I have deleted contacts. She can't take pictures. She can't access any new apps. No internet access. Because Jade has made bad choices in the past, I am overprotective of her.
You're crazy.
I'm crazy in love with you. Get it right.
Well, Rhonda says she has every reason to be concerned. Just a few months ago, Jade started a relationship with a man she's never met. And for good reason. He's in jail.
Last year, I found out my daughter was speaking to a guy in jail.
I didn't think it was a big deal. He wasn't like in jail for like killing someone. He was just in jail for selling drugs.
He was African American. He had gold teeth. He was tattooed from the neck to the waistline. He was a thug, a drug dealer, smoking weed in his cell.
We would call each other every day. I was planning to see him after he got out of prison.
When I realized that my 18-year-old daughter was talking to somebody in jail, I went ballistic. I ran into her room and screamed, "What are you doing?" And her response to me is, he was only dealing drugs.
And then she was just like, "You're not having a phone ever again." Like, she was flipping out.
I took everything away from her, social media, her phone. She had access to nothing.
My mom says that she's protective and loves me, but I think she's crazy.
Okay, what's your biggest fear here? What's going to happen?
She's going to be taken, raped, solicited for prostitution,
Right.
or killed.
All right, and your strategy is?
To keep her safe,
And you're going to do that by what?
no matter what. Anything that I can do.
Anything you can do. Okay,
Yes.
and do you think you do dangerous things?
Not necessarily, no.
Not necessarily. Okay, she says, you think she dresses like a drag queen, you say?
Her makeup, sometimes, yes.
Her makeup. Did you do your own makeup today?
Yes.
How do you think she looks today?
She looks pretty. I would put on something over the top if I was
Yeah.
had a choice.
Yeah. Yeah. And you're how old?
18.
Uh-huh. That's a bit of a problem, isn't it?
Yes, I understand that, but I feel that she puts herself in danger all the time. So, as a mom, I have to protect her.
You're just going to raise more hell than she does rebellion. So it's hellion versus rebellion, and this is just going to go until you win, is your theory.
That's the way it's been going, but I don't want it to continue to go like this. I want to...
Well, but maybe it's okay. How's it working for you?
It's not. It's not working at all.
You did not need to come here for me to point out to you that this wasn't working.
No, but I feel if I continue that maybe she'll wake up and say, well, my mom's right.
Okay. Okay. So you think that someday she's just going to wake up and go, oh, Mom's right, I'm an idiot.
No, I'm not calling her an idiot. I just think
No, you are calling her an idiot. I wrote it down. Isn't she calling you an idiot?
Yes.
And I've told her to get her head out of her ass, yes. But I mean, it's because I want her to understand that I'm only trying to protect her.
Okay, do you really not get it, or do you just not want to say it out loud?
I'm the idiot, I guess.
No, you're just scared.
Yes.
Okay, let's take a break. Jade says she meets a lot of nice guys, but no matter how much she likes them, her mother never approves. Doesn't matter who she drags up, no matter who she meets, they're not good enough for Mom. Well, let's just find out who she's dragging up. We'll talk about that after the break.
Jada texted, I need to tell you something before I come home. She said, I have a hickey.
So you think it's right to hang out with him the first time, out of school, and have a hickey? Do you think it's appropriate?
He would apologize to you.
I don't want an apology.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, the rodeo queen who landed in an orange jumpsuit.
I said, Mom, I'm in jail and I've been charged with murder.
Falsely accused.
Was this a drug deal gone bad?
It wasn't like there was drugs all over the table.
So you're really going to tell her that's okay?
Now,
If you roll with pigs, you're going to get muddy.
her life is out of control.
You're smoking during your pregnancy.
My bean is happy. My bean's like, oh, there, you know.
That's tomorrow.
I don't have a problem with my daughter being with a black man. I have a problem with the thug guys that she likes.
Just because I like to watch BET and stuff, she came out slamming doors like so loud. She's like, oh, you're watching a show.
Love and hip-hop, gangster girls, this and that. All the crap that she watches, she just tries to act like them. I don't like it.
I lock the TV, and you have to put a coat on to watch those channels.
Sometimes my mom can be really racist.
Okay, you say that you say she's a psycho.
Yes.
Are you giving her reason to be what you call psycho?
I think I have, but I don't think she comes about it the right way. Like, I think she can...
Well, let's forget about the way she does it. What are the bad choices you're making? If you're just being completely objective.
Talking to someone in jail.
Okay, so you're talking to somebody in jail.
I was.
And this someone in jail, she doesn't like the fact that he's African-American, according to you. Let's put that aside for a minute. How old is this guy?
27.
27, and you're 18. Uh-huh. Does he have children?
Yes.
How many?
3.
3. He has 3 children. What's he doing in jail? You said he didn't kill anybody, so that's good.
He was in jail for selling drugs.
He's a dealer. He's a 27-year-old drug dealer with 3 children, and he's in jail. How long is he in jail for?
Last time I talked to him, he said he only had 6 months left.
So he only has 6 months left. So he's been in there a while. But he hasn't killed anybody. No. So he's like a nice drug dealer. He just got in jail because... Why?
He told me he sold to the wrong person and they told the cops.
So he's not a very good drug dealer.
No.
He's a nice drug dealer, but he's not a very good drug dealer. So he doesn't say, by the way, are you a cop?
No.
Right? You're talking to him on the phone?
Their cell phone, yes.
He has a cell phone in jail.
Yes.
Which is an infraction of its own, correct? Because you're not supposed to have a cell phone in jail.
Yes.
Have you sent him pictures?
Yes.
Have you sent him provocative pictures? We're just being honest.
Yes.
You sent him provocative pictures in jail. So you're now probably well known in jail.
The head girl in jail.
So does he know where you live? Be honest.
Yes. Not, like, what town or anything.
Okay. He doesn't have your address.
No.
He has your cell phone number.
Yes.
He did, because we're going to change that.
Tells her to look for a place where she wants to live because he loves her and all this crap.
Has he told you he loves you?
Yes.
Did you believe him? Be honest.
To a certain point.
She did, because after he threatened me and after I called him on his cell phone.
Are you a ventriloquist? Because I ask you questions and it sounds like the answer's coming from over here.
She does that about everything.
Yeah.
She likes to answer for me.
You know, I thought I was doing pretty good. I didn't yell. I didn't raise my voice. I didn't call her any names. And I seem to have gotten a lot of information you didn't even have yet.
Because she's not, I don't think she's going to tell you this. So I need to fill you in along the way.
Well, more of the Rhonda show right after the break. Jade says if things don't get better, she's moving out. Is that a good idea? I'm going to tell them both what I think when we come back. Do you have an adult child who still lives at home and expects you to pay their way? If so, go to drphil.com. In fact, do it before the end of this sentence and tell me your story, because you need my help.
I take Dr. Phil every single day. He says you never have a computer in your children's room. You always have to be aware of what your children are doing on the social media. I feel like I'm doing the right things, but it's not working for my daughter. We fight about it every single day. Dr. Phil, what am I doing wrong?
Oh, wow, it's only an hour show. What are you doing wrong? I certainly don't think that you have bad intentions at all. Your intentions are good, your methods aren't working.
Right.
One thing I know for sure is that your daughter doesn't have the self-worth, the self-esteem, and the value that I would want her to have. And you pointing out her shortcomings in the way that you do doesn't help that.
Right. Well, it's not that. It's.
No, you need to listen right now.
I'm sorry.
You're blocking TV channels like BET. You're not blocking porn, you're blocking BET. You need to listen right now. Here's the problem. You're young and incredibly naive. You can't see around corners because your brain's not fully grown yet. I don't mean that to be condescending. I mean it to be neuroanatomically correct. Mm-hmm. The last part of the brain that grows is the neocortex, which is where you get foresight, the ability to predict the consequences of your actions. And when I said that your self-worth and your self-esteem and all is not where it needs to be, what I mean is I don't want to yell and scream at you. If you notice, I haven't done that. I haven't said anything ugly to you, have I?
No.
Because what I want you to do is I want you to value yourself enough where you would say, I'm not putting myself there because I value myself too much to do it. For that reason, I asked the folks at OnSite to come here today. They're a program that we work with that I am just so proud of. I asked Miles Adcox to be here. He's the CEO of On-Site. Say hello to Miles. He's right here. And he just does such a terrific job, and I think does a really great job, particularly with young folks at the On-Site retreat. And I asked him to be here because I wanted him to meet with you and talk with you, because I think a really concentrated program with you would be something that you would just flourish under. You know, Miles, she's got such great potential. And so I would like for you, Miles, to sit down backstage and talk with these folks about that, because I think this would just be such a great fit. Can you do that with them backstage?
100%.
Next, she says she was forced to shoot her boyfriend 2 times in self-defense because she says she was terrified he would kill her. But she did not escape unharmed. It's a night, she says, changed her life forever. We'll meet her after the break.
I started to feel like there was a side of Ronald that I had never seen. He would get loud and controlling. And he said, if I really wanted to, I could shoot you, shoot the dogs, and then shoot myself. We'd all be dead.
My next guest, Vicky, says that 4 months ago, her ex-boyfriend nearly killed her. He is now awaiting trial with charges that include attempted murder for shooting her in the head. Vicky says the night of her alleged attack, she feared for her life.
I met Ronald about 2 years ago. He seemed to be very nice, polite, quiet, somewhat charismatic. I started to feel like there was a side of Ronald that I had never seen. He would get loud and controlling. He wanted to know my every move. 1 minute he would be very sweet, and then the next minute he would be throwing the ottoman. He would get close into my face and scream where you could feel his breath. One day Ronald brought home a puppy. And when that puppy wouldn't behave, he would choke her. She would gurgle and cry. And I couldn't save her any more than I could save myself. Another day, Ronald took me to the countertop and was bashing my head from the counter to the cupboard. He was mashing me towards the sink, and I thought my neck was going to break. And then he proceeded to tell me that if I went to the police, that he would kill me. I started hiding my guns around the house. And he said, if I really wanted to, I could shoot you, shoot the dogs, and then shoot myself. We'd all be dead. I knew he was going to try to kill me, and there was nothing I could do. I felt like I had nowhere to run.
Well, Vicky says she finally got up the courage to leave, but before she had the chance, she says her life was changed forever.
The night that Ronald attacked me, and my life changed forever. He grabbed me and started going crazy. I know he was hitting me. My neck snapped. I could feel it. I heard it. He proceeded to beat me, choke me, spit on me. He was fighting me and laughing at me, and I was begging him to stop. He started to rip my clothes off. He choked me. The light flashed and the darkness came, and I was gurgling. He was so busy hurting me that he didn't see that I was trying to get the gun from under the chair. I started pulling the trigger. I shot him twice. He started wrestling me to get the gun. He shot me. He tried shooting me 3 times. The 3rd shot went in my head. I put my arm up in front of me, and the bullet went in my arm and into my head. I was throwing up blood. I realized, my God, I'm not dead, and he's still beating me. He walked towards the kitchen. Once he hit that kitchen, that was the moment that I ran. The bullet is still in my head. My eye, it's dying out. Ronald has been charged with attempted murder. I can only pray that Ronald doesn't get out, because if he gets out, he's coming to get me.
Vicki is here along with her sister Joey, and I'm so glad you're here at so many levels, and thank you for being here.
Thank you
with
for
her.
having us.
This, it's got to be hard to talk about again and to see and hear some of this footage, right?
I wish I would have made different choices.
How so? What would you have done differently?
Well, I had an escape plan, and I didn't follow through.
What was your first clue? What was that first thing in your head, in your heart, that said, something's way wrong here?
He had been accused of something, and I just asked politely, confronted him, to let him know what I had heard.
Because someone had said to you, someone had approached you about it, right?
Yes.
And said, did you know that he was a person of interest at least?
Right, in the disappearance of Bethany Decker.
You thought, I'm going to say something to him.
Yeah.
And so you did, and what happened?
He blew up.
When we come back, Vicki says when she found out her boyfriend was part of the headline in a national news story about a pregnant missing woman, it was really too late. We'll be right back.
Where is Bethany Decker? Army wife, 5 months pregnant with a second child, vanishes.
Ronald was the boyfriend last seen with Bethany Decker.
Why did the boyfriend move out immediately when she goes missing? This is about possible murder.
Tomorrow on an all-new Dr. Phil, the rodeo queen who landed in an orange jumpsuit.
I said, Mom, I'm in jail, and I've been charged with murder.
Falsely accused.
Was this a drug deal gone bad?
It wasn't like there was drugs all over the table.
So you're really going to tell her that's okay?
Now,
if you roll with pigs, you're going to get muddy.
her life is out of control.
You're smoking during your pregnancy.
My bean is happy. My bean's like, oh, it's there.
That's tomorrow.
Bombshell tonight. Army wife, 5 months pregnant with a second child, vanishes. Where is Bethany Decker? We obtained a list of what cops were looking for in the boyfriend's home.
They have stated in this affidavit that Bethany told them that the boyfriend was very abusive and very controlling.
Ronald was the boyfriend last seen with Bethany Decker.
The story was intriguing. You have a missing woman who is 5 months pregnant, vanished in thin air. The twist that we found out was that she wasn't living with her husband. She was living in an apartment, and she had a boyfriend. Was it the boyfriend's baby? Unfortunately, we still don't know because she is still missing.
Why did the boyfriend move out immediately when she goes missing? This is about possible murder.
After Ronald had moved in, he would randomly bring up Bethany and brag about how the courts couldn't get him, how stupid the police are, that he could trick them. And Ronald just told me how he could make people disappear. He never once denied that he killed Bethany. He tried to take my life. I'm 100% sure that Ronald is very much part of Bethany's disappearance.
Well, I need to say, Vicki's ex-boyfriend has not been convicted of anything that Vicki claims he has done, and has never been charged with anything when it comes to the disappearance of Bethany Decker. We reached out to his attorney for a statement, but did not receive a response. When he brought up Bethany a couple of times, what was his demeanor when he was talking about it?
As though he was big and tough and bad and could beat the system.
You were convinced 100% that you were living with the man that was involved here.
Yes. And I could not.
Can't even match the music. They can't even rap, they're just black producers. Now they wanna crack the new shit. They just wanna act, they done bath the new kids. They can't even match the music. They can't even rap, they're just black producers. They just wanna crack the new shit. They just wanna act, they done bath the new kids. Sorry big man, with your big life and your kid man. Sorry big man, with your big life and your whip man.
Get out.
Yeah. You had code words right?
I worked with her on a code plan because he was looking at text messages and everything. So I said, we're going to start to talk in code. When you text me these words, I have a job interview. That meant she was leaving. And so that if he saw that, he knew she needed a job. So it wouldn't be suspicious. We had an non-disclosed location that we were sending her to. And I got that text one day. And I text back, let me know if you get the job, meaning I knew it would take her a couple days to travel there. And when she arrived there, she would let me know she got that job by text. We had also set up that once she left, she would throw that phone out and we would pick up a burner phone so that she could continue her journey without being tracked by him, because they had a joint cell phone account and he was looking on it.
Yeah. Well, it was very ingenious of you to work that out. And as you say, you changed the plan.
I wasn't thinking straight.
I understand. You know, my wife, Robin, has been at the forefront to stop domestic violence. And next, we're going to talk about an exciting project that she's been extremely busy with that's helping further that mission. And, you know, along the lines of what y'all are talking about, one of the things that Robin has done is develop something called the Aspire News app. This is disguised as just an everyday app that goes on your phone, and it has a go button on it, among other things. And Robin, talk about what happens when you activate this go button.
When you activate the go button, it goes out to your pre-selected friends, family members, anyone, even 911. And it will send out either a recorded message or a pre-typed message. And they know that when they get that, that you're in trouble. It also starts recording what's going on during the situation, so that if your abuser tells the police, no, she started it, they know, no, he started it. And so, yes, help is on the way immediately when you press that go button.
And we're going to talk more about work that Robin is doing after the break. So we'll be right back. Last year, Robin and her foundation, When Georgia Smiled, hosted a groundbreaking domestic violence summit where leaders from the domestic violence community came together to speak about this often silent epidemic. One guest speaker who really resonated with Robin was Karen Earl, the CEO of the Genesee Center here in Los Angeles, which is a women's shelter that helps women and children transition from abusive situations to safe ones. Now, Karen shared with Robin how her center was, well, it was in much need of resources, and Robin didn't hesitate to visit her to see how she could help.
It's so wonderful to see you again. Oh, I would love for you to tell me more about the Genesee Center.
But Genesee is a safe place for women and children. This is where they come when they're escaping domestic violence.
Well, the #1 message from When Georgia Smiled, when women and children are trying to leave an abusive situation, is safety first. Let's take a little tour and look at what we're going to change. I see these lights hanging like this. That looks very dangerous. And that's all the light you have out here.
We don't have lights in the backyard. Yeah.
So when the children come in from school, and once it gets dark, they can't even use this area. I'm looking around and I see that some of this is a little bit worn out.
Yes, it has been here for a while and used thoroughly.
I see also under the play area, it's a little bit uneven, and hopefully they can even that out, make that soft. What is this area?
Well, it's designed for the women to have a place to come. They have meetings, discuss issues. They can enjoy the outside.
Oh, I think we could use some new furniture. What do you ladies think?
Yeah. If you consider so many families, everybody is using it over and over, it would be a nice change to have something new.
It's going to be just a beautiful redo with the safety of the children in mind. I see just a gorgeous flower box just going the entire perimeter of the yard. Yeah. It would just be such a beautiful visual for everyone when they come out here. Hopefully we can also bring in new toys for the children. Now, one more thing. I would love to know what's going on with this garage behind us.
And we'd love to tell you.
All right, let's look at that.
It's a two-person job. It gets tricky here. So you just have to hold it, and I'm going to lift it.
Okay, I'm pushing it. Oh. And you have to help. Oh. Whoa. It's going to stay up?
Hopefully.
I think it's obvious that we need a new garage door because that was a bit scary. You don't use this for a garage. It looks like storage. While you have a very organized and clean, you need more storage on the walls. This has been a great tour.
Our number one goal when we arrived here today was to see what we could do to make the world a safer place for the women and the children that live here. And so I thank you women so much for having us here, and I cannot wait to see the final result. The women and children who come to this shelter to feel safe and comfortable while they take the first steps to beginning their new lives. And I couldn't wait to roll up my sleeves and get to it. With the amazing generosity of the Home Depot and their Team Depot volunteers, we got right to work.
Today we are going to transform the backyard of the Genesee Center. We have 30 volunteers today from our local Home Depot coming in to help make this happen.
Home Depot!
All right, guys, go to it. We are so happy that Robin McGraw has brought in the Team Depot because one of the Home Depot's core values is giving back to our community. This backyard really needs a renovation. We're taking out the old jungle gym. We're putting down new artificial turf. The next step is to get the swing set installed.
Let's smooth it all out so they can play.
We're going to be putting in some flower beds and even a vegetable garden.
I was really hoping that I could donate a tree that would bloom, and this one's a lemon tree. As it grows and it has the fruit on it that they think of us at the Dr. Phil show and when Georgia smiled.
The garage door is very old and it is definitely not very safe. We're going to be installing a brand new garage door with a brand new remote control. Right now the garage is in complete disarray. Today we'll be transforming the inside of the garage to make it easier for them to access the things that they need for the house. The facility is in desperate need for storage space, so we have a 16 by 4 foot storage shed coming in. We have a new gazebo going up. We have a new table, new chairs. We have a beautiful fountain that will be back here. We're going to be replacing the security lights because they are not functioning right now.
Just put them down here like this. I love how many lights we've put in here. It's going to be so safe for all of the children.
And we have brand new toys coming in. Hula hoops, tricycles.
Oh, they're bubbles. Look at the bubble sticks. All right, so we're just going to spread it around.
When we are done, this place is going to look amazing.
I want to start by telling all of you a huge, from my heart, thank you. Without you, it would not have happened.
Let's see if I can get Home Depot to come over and get you to rake around our house over there. You guys seem to get her to do a lot of stuff over there.
Now, do you really want to go there?
No. Are you going to show us the final results?
Yes. Are you ready to see it? Because it is gorgeous. So take a look. I know you're excited because I can feel you both shaking. On the count of 3, you're going to open your eyes and get the best surprise you've ever had in your entire life. 1, 2, 3.
Oh, my God.
Oh, you're crying. Oh, don't cry. Tears of joy, I know. What do you think?
Wow.
Can you believe it?
Oh, my goodness. Beautiful.
Look at the swing set. Bless your heart. It's wonderful. What do you think? It's overwhelming, isn't it?
Yes.
It's so beautiful. Try out that swing. Woo, yeah. Thank you to Swing Set Solutions. They donated this beautiful swing set to the children here, and I am loving it. They planted these beautiful flowers.
Yeah.
Beauty, beauty, beauty.
Yes.
And it's functional.
Yes. The lights. Look how wonderful.
Oh my God,
we have
I didn't
all the
notice
lights.
those.
It's going to be so safe for them. And look at all of these beautiful toys. Mattel donated. They have seen firsthand what play can do for a child's mental and physical capabilities. And look at this beautiful living area.
I love the color.
Mountain is so peaceful, isn't it?
I'm grateful and thinking about how this is going to impact the children and the families. It will let them know how special they are.
Oh, that's so true. Remember that rickety old nasty garage door that took 2 of us to open?
You look so international. Girl, what's your name? I have to know. Ain't no one else in your lane. Let's fill this car with gas and go. No hesitation, I'm on it. If that's the way that you want it, that's cool with me, so let's ride. Let's go somewhere that you lie.
Watch this. Notice you don't hear it because it's so nice and quiet. Oh my
This space!
I can't believe it. Look at all the bins. It's all organized, cleaned up. This is just a gift from Home Depot.
Oh, happy children, thriving, peace, hope. Inspired.
Wow.
Thank you, Robin.
You are so precious. Don't thank us. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of this.
Well, joining us is Karen Earl. She is the CEO of the Genesee Center. So I'm so glad you're here. So how's everybody liking it?
We're almost speechless, except we're not. We're super, super grateful to see the looks on the families when they walk out. Just complete gratitude that someone took days and days and weeks to do that for them. It's very inspiring.
Thanks to Home Depot, it was so much fun to be there and be working with them. So thank you for allowing us to be there and be a part of it.
Yeah. Also joining us is Stephanie Press, who is the district service manager for the Home Depot. So, Stephanie, thank you for being here and for helping out.
Our associates volunteered their time. I actually have some of them with me here today.
All right, good.
It's something that we take very near and dear to our hearts. It's very important for the associates to feel like they are participating in their communities where they work.
But also know that a huge passion of y'all is working with veterans as well and giving back to the veterans. So I love that y'all do that as well.
Yes, Dr. Phil. Actually, 35,000 of our associates are actually veterans.
Yeah. Wow. I love that. That's just great. And you guys have impacted more than 15,000 veteran homes as well as doing the stuff with the domestic violence shelter. So that's a lot of good work that y'all are doing. So
thank you, Dr. Phil.
Next, I have a little surprise for Robin. Find out what it is after the break. Now, before the break, I said I had a little surprise for Robin. Now, you all know one of the groundbreaking programs Robin has created is called Aspire. It's a free, interactive domestic violence education curriculum that's specifically designed for 3 different age groups. Joining us now are Debbie and Daniel, who are teachers at the Bayside Community Charter School, who have begun using Aspire in their school and have seen a great response among the students. Let me welcome all of them to the show. All right? And Daniel, this isn't just a lecture thing. You let the kids interact and go back and forth, right?
Yeah, I teach sociology, and so one of the great things about the Aspire program is what you're doing is you're using, you know, real incidents, real events that have occurred, and having them come up with ways to help strategize on to how to empower themselves, how to, you know, find help if they need help.
I'm so happy to hear that, and that the students are enjoying doing it.
Well, Christian, you were in this program, and you had a light bulb moment. What was it for you?
Well, when my teacher was showing us the text messages, I kind of just realized that I'm that abusive person, you know.
You thought you were starting to cross the line.
Yeah.
And be too controlling.
Yes.
I am so proud to say schools all over the country are using Aspire. And just recently, in honor of Women's History Month, Robin was asked to be a featured speaker at Miami-Dade, the largest commuter college in the country, over 100,000 students. She's just delivering this message all over the place.
What an honor to meet you. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for your work. We have students that we definitely are going to share this information.
Thank you so much for doing that.
Please join me in welcoming Robin McGraw.
I love, in fact, I live for the opportunity to speak to a group like yours. I am here to invite each and every one of you to join me in taking action. It was so exciting to be there. I presented the Aspire curriculum and the Aspire app to the faculty and staff to help them use it in their classrooms. The program is designed for 3 specific age groups, each with its own custom curriculum: tweens, teens and young adults, and adults. My mother, Georgia, made sure I did 2 things every single day. The first thing she made sure was that I thanked God for my blessings. The other thing was to do something for someone else. I think of her every single time I speak. And I hope that even if I reach one person in every crowd, that one person is saved from abuse. And I was also a part of a panel made up of members of my advisory board that answered numerous questions from student organizations about what they can do to create awareness and empower each other to stop abuse on campus.
I would like to know what motivated you to start awareness on domestic violence, and what advice would you give to someone like me who would like to start something like this in my developing country?
I think if you would just go to unwomen.org, it will be your first step towards knowing how you can get involved and what that can grow into. It concluded with over 1,000 students downloading the Aspire app on their phones at the same time.
I'm really proud of you, so good job. Listen, we got to get going. I want to thank all of my guests today. A big thanks again to the Home Depot Foundation and the Team Depot for all of their help and all of their hard work. I'd also like to thank the Swing Set Solutions. They're a great company located right here in Southern California, and we're a big part of the Genesee Center project. If you want to download Robin's Aspire curriculum, please go to whengeorgiasmiled.org or drphil.com. You can also visit iTunes or the Android App Store to download the free Aspire app for your app phone. Now, also today, we discussed the story of Bethany Decker, who is still missing. If you or anyone you know has any information, please go to drphil.com, where we will have information for where you can call. Thanks, everybody, for being here. So long. Thanks so much. Appreciate you guys being here. Thanks. Appreciate you guys. Thanks.